Hey guys, welcome back to my forensic YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to have forensic scientists examine me and tell my life story. This is the first skeleton and I'm determining the sex. It is a female because if you look at the skull, this bone is smaller up here, and I think I've determined this is a female. And okay, well, I'm trying to read it and whoever wrote that. Because you're so focused on the reading, you're like, I'm actually So, and this is the pelvis, and if you look at the bone right there, it is pretty, like, it's more like this, it's more wide, not narrow. That determines that it's a female for make it easier for childbirth.
The height, we had to measure one of the long bones. The long bone that I chose to measure was the tibia. We measured it in millimeters first, then converted it to centimeters to use the regression formula. We used the regression formula. After we used the regression formula, we figured out that it was about 5'2" to 5'3".
We're examining skeleton number 1, and today I'm going to be determining the ethnicity. We used cranial morphology, and we determined that the eye sockets are circular and square, and then the nasal aperture is narrow, and we did our research, and that means it's European.
Hi, I will be determining all the bones. Right here we have the skull, because you could tell from the eye sockets and the nose and how the head shape is. This right here is the mandible. This is the lower jawbone, and you could tell by how it goes down into its shape and also with the teeth there. This bone right here is the clavicle. It is also called the collarbone. It's the most broken bone in the human body, and it's located right here, right where your shoulder is. This right here is the scapula, and it is located right beneath, just connected to the collarbone, and it is also called your shoulder bone. This right here is your sternum, which is also called the breastbone. It is located right in between your breast right here. These right here are your rib bones, so there's different curvatures in them because there's different sizes in each rib, and they're located right beneath your breasts right here. This right here is the humerus, which is also your upper arm bone. This bone right here is the radius sacrum. It is also called your tailbone. This is located beneath your back, right back here, and it's in the midline of your body. Now in your hand you have your phalanges. So the phalanges are the upper ones right here, and then these lower ones right here are your metacarpals. So in my hand, this part is a phalange, this is a phalange, and then this is a metacarpal, so the base of your finger. This bone right here is your fibula, so it's on your lower leg bone, so it's the outer part of your leg. And then this is your tibia, and this is the inner part of your leg, so it's the smaller bone, and that's also your shin bone. This is a piece of your backbone, so this is also your vertebrae or your spine, which most people know that as, and that is located through your neck all the way down to your tailbone, and yeah, it's your backbone. This bone right here is the ilium, and this is also your hip bone or your pelvis, and so that's located pelvis area. This bone right here is called the ulna, and this is your inner arm bone right here. This bone right here is called the patella, so this is located on the top of your knee right here, your kneecap, and that's what protects the top of your knee. This is your femur. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between your fibula and femur, but the way you can tell the difference is with the little notch at the end right there. So yeah, wasn't able to get a real picture, but here is the foot, and then we have the metatarsals in the green area, and then the phalanges in the above the metatarsals, and so your phalanges are connected to your metatarsals, And yeah, so the phalanges are your toes, and the metatarsals are your base of your foot.
This is skeleton number 2, and we believe it's a female because if you look at this bone right here, it is very short. So that just tells that it's a female, and also if you look at the pelvis and the bone right here, it's very wide for childbirth. It is a female. It's a girl!
I'm going to be determining all the bones on skeleton number 2. So right here we have the skull. And then right here we have the mandible. That's the jaw.
We got the mandible.
Right here is the clavicle, which is your collarbone. And then back here, right here, these two are the scapulas, the shoulder bones. And then over here, right here is the sternum, the breastbone. And then these are the ribs, as you can see. And then our backbone is our spine, all right here. And then we have the humerus, right here. These right here are the cartilage discs. And then, and then we have, here is the ilium, which is our hip bone. And then we have the patella, which is your knee.
Okay, it's big. Okay, this is the femur, and then this is the tibia, and then this is the fibula. And then this is the metatarsals right here, and then these are also phalanges. And right here we have the arm, the hand phalanges, and then the metacarpals. And then, okay, and then right here is our inner arm bone. This is the ulna. I forgot to say for the kneecap, it's called the patella. And that's it for skeleton number 2.
Today I'll be telling the age of the skeleton through its hand, and we're using the dominant hand. How you can tell the age for the skeleton is the metacarpals and the phalanges, and the age is between 18 and 20 from these. I don't know. For skeleton number 1, we're telling the age. You could tell that it's around a 12-year-old girl because you could tell through the metacarpal and the phalanges.
This is skeleton number 2, and the ethnicity of the skeleton is African because the eye sockets are squared and the nasal aperture is more wide and round.
Skeleton number 2, I measured the tibia like I did the other one. I figured out the height by using the regression formula and converting millimeters into inches. And the regression formula, I had to figure out the ethnicity, and I figured out it was African American. I calculated the height was 5'3" to 5'5".